Alrighty guys, now with the rough week that Sony has had with the Activision deal with Xbox, there is some good news this year. It looks like the PlayStation 5 will outsell the Xbox Series S and X by 2-1 in 2022, analysts predicts. So it looks like even though everything that's happened this week, it looks like Sony's still going to have a great year. They're going to sell more systems than the Xbox Series S and X. 2-1 is what they're predicting. And that's great news for Sony because it shows people still want that system. People still, they just love their PlayStations. They love all the exclusive games you get with them. And this is good news for Sony. And of course, now the other bit of news this week is the go along with this story is, look at this. Last year, console market saw strong consumer demand met by pressure on availability of components. It's got the Xbox projected to sell 9 million. And it's got the PlayStation 5 projected to sell 18 million. And it's got the Switch projected to sell 21 million. So, after all this time, you think everybody would have a Switch by now. But apparently, it's projected that the Switch will sell 21 million units. It will still beat the Xbox and the PlayStation. And let's watch this video.
Sony and Microsoft had a really tough time keeping their new consoles in stock last year. That was down to really strong demand from consumers, but also the pressure on the availability of components, which means that they weren't able to bring in the amount of devices they needed to into the market. The big question is, how will that evolve over this coming year? And it looks like the availability of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles is going to improve slowly over the year. And our expectation is that Sony will outsell Microsoft 2-1. But actually, the biggest selling console in the market is going to be Nintendo Switch at 21 million units. And that will be driven by demand for the new Nintendo Switch OLED.
Even though, the Switch and even though the Xbox and the PlayStation 5 is the two big consoles everybody thinks about, still the Nintendo Switch is going to be outselling both of those systems. So this is really good news for everybody involved. But you would think the Xbox would sell more than just like 8 or 9 million. Is it 8 million units they've got projected? 9 million units. You think it would be more than that. So it still makes you wonder a little bit. But we'll see how it goes. I do know one thing. I guarantee the Switch will be the best-selling system of the year. I know that. And I know that PlayStation 5, whenever they do get it in stock, it's still going to be huge. So anyway, people, that's pretty much it. That's the video today. Let me know what you think about it. Good news for Sony this week. Good news for Xbox. And some good news for the Switch. All in one video. They're all still going to be selling healthy. And it all comes down to one thing at the end of the day. It's going to come down to games. That's always what it comes down to. So as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Toodles!